All right, back for another attempt of vintage shops. I'm probably most certainly keeping this hand. Chili Dad did no vintage results from my opponent. I get turn one Spyglass or Sphere. Curve is maybe going to be a touch rough in that I can't lodestone onto if I play Sphere. I don't want to Spyglass. My opponent might be like that Bug Oko deck. I really don't want that thing coming down on turn two. But maybe it's correct to just jam Sphere of Resistance. I also really don't want to get Wastelanded. Sphere is also better against like Abrupt Decay or Assassin's Trophy. Alright, let's Sphere. But I'm going to Sphere under the assumption that it doesn't resolve. Force, pitch, dig through time. That is good. I don't super care about those cards. Like, two of those are dead. I rip a Soul Land or a Workshop. I actually think I'm in a really good position. That would be perfect streamer timing. Fuck! 4 Golos, too many Golos. I think I'm gonna trade lands here. Keeping my opponent off of that Leovold so I don't get clocked seems very important. Exhibit A. Alright. Good old Drago. Not Drago. Well, damn. Playing that's better than discarding it. That's rough. Okay. Do I play Sphere of Resistance? I don't think so. I think I just want to draw any land, play Crucible, get Workshop back, and then cast a bunch of cool cards. That's actually really annoying. Well, the good news is we stopped the no-go. Bad news is everything else that's happening right now. So my opponent's clock is going to switch to 5 a turn, or really kind of 7 a turn if they can train, which they can't right now. I go to 8. Ugh. I don't know that I can tap this Ancient Tomb here. I'm going to take 5, 6 damage, going to 4. So I really only get to tap this Ancient Tomb once. I think I'm playing Inventor's Fair and passing, unfortunately. I was about to say, opponent just needs to find like a Force of Will effect, and I'm quite dead. Yep, literally dead. So my opponent has Deathrite Shamans. Maybe like Termaglyphs. Alright. Vintage. Bug mid-range. So there's Tarmogoyfs and Deathrite Shamans that deal with the graveyard. That's it. Tabernacle and Force of Vigor to watch out for from the sideboard. And Energy Flux. Alright, Energy Flux just seems like the sort of card where if it resolves, I'm going to lose to it. I just like not sideboarding for most matchups. Am I supposed to just trim a little bit of artifact mana since my opponent is playing a bunch of oofs? Or has 3 of them? Or somewhere thereabouts in the 75? Maybe I pull the Current Great Creator. And, I don't know, 1 Revoker? Or 1 piece of artifact mana? This is a legacy hand. This is not a vintage hand. I could do one of these on turn 1 and be totally good with this hand. This can't cast anything except for Stonecoil Serpent for X equals 1. That's no good. Well, I am going to keep 5 of these. Coil Serpent is going back. And the next one is pretty hard. I think I like just trying to jam turn 1 Karn and then wastelanding my opponent and trying to aggro with 2 constructs. Sorry, the cat is being needy. I think I want to hide the wasteland. I think I'm going to cast the Thorn prior to activating Karn. A little weird because like there's some lines that become worse because of that. But it just constrains my opponent's mana a little bit more. Inventor's Fair and Inventor's Fair. Very well. I don't want my opponent to be able to... No, I'll just play the Inventor's Fair. Then they don't know about the Wasteland. That was just a good old-fashioned aggro kill. On the draw, I'm slightly more inclined to just go down 1 piece of artifact mana and keep 1 more answer to something like an Oko. And call it good. There's also a world where I poured in the Bojuka Bog to just be able to clear out the graveyards at least a little bit for Deathrite Shaman based reasons. But I don't know. Let's just hit submit. Yeah. Yeah, I can keep this. Going down to 4 cards. I'm going to have Mox, Workshop, +1 of Trinosphere or Sphere of Resistance on turn 1, followed by like either a God Pharaoh statue or multiple pieces of Mana Denial afterwards, depending on how the hand shapes up. Alright. Go Mox. And I think I like Trinosphere. Force, pitching, and energy flux. That's okay. I'm good with that. If I draw a soul land, I can just play God Pharaoh statue next turn. But as of right now, I'm just sphering and wastelanding. I think I want to wasteland the tropical island, not the underground sea. I guess I'll play this for Spell Pierce reasons now. Is second sphere better than wastelanding? Probably. But maybe not. This makes them have to have a lot. 3, 4, 5, 6. This is really going to be an 8 drop. We're not in any hurry. We'll do it next turn, though. That's insane. So that's our win condition. So this dings my opponent for 1 per turn cycle. We have gotten the GGs. Hey, I can win a game of Vintage!